The College of Massage Therapists of Ontario has been ensuring quality of care in massage therapy since 1919.
I am pleased to introduce to you the 2012 Annual Report video, which is a companion piece to the College's Annual Report. Through this video, you'll be introduced to a number of registered massage therapists who have worked in the past year with the College on a number of important projects. In addition, you'll meet representatives from other health regulatory colleges in Ontario who have also worked collaboratively with the College on a number of projects, including the Social Media Awareness Project. While this video only portrays a small sample of the activities completed by the College in the past year, the projects act to provide guidance to registered massage therapists, as well as provide information to not only clients of massage therapists, but the public of Ontario as well. The three regulated provinces of Ontario, Newfoundland, Labrador, and BC came together to figure out what the practice competencies mean on the ground. We needed to come together to a shared understanding of that. That was the first piece. And then we had to write it down in very set detail, which is the performance indicators that match the practice competencies. So when we actually tease apart all the different roles that a massage therapist plays day to day in clinical practice, we see that it's quite a complex profession that has many different facets. In March of 2012, there was a fantastically, for me, exciting meeting because it was in my hometown in Vancouver. But it was even more exciting than that because representatives of the stakeholder groups of the regulated provinces and also the non-regulated provinces interested in massage therapy came to Vancouver to speak to the newly drafted performance indicators and practice competencies of registered massage therapy. This new tool really brought it home for us at the regulatory colleges, that we're in partnership with the educational programs. That's where accreditation comes into the picture, and that's where we're going forward now with the national accreditation process.
In 2012, CMTO approved a project to replace the database system currently in place. The system is used to manage the processes of administering the Regulated Health Professions Act of 1991.
The database is multifaceted and will have a number of positive impacts to the college. The interface, the member-facing web interface, will be much more familiar to people that are used to interacting on the web, and it will look like kind of web standard websites, and I think it will be easy for members to quickly learn and walk their way through the registration processes. And as well, the back end will be much more user-friendly as well for staff, and it's modern, current Windows-based technology that's easy to learn and familiar to people. The new database is going to allow the people that work within the college to focus more on customer service, and I think create a customer service-focused culture that allows a better member experience when interacting with the college.
One of the new objectives of the college outlined within the Regulated Health Professions Act is to promote interprofessional collaboration with other regulatory health colleges. The goal of this collaboration is to foster in all registrants the willingness and ability to work collaboratively with other regulated health professionals in the provision of comprehensive health services to their clients to deliver quality care within and across various settings.
The reason that our college embarked on this initiative to develop the social media module, the use of social media by healthcare professionals is the title, was that our college, the College of Respiratory Therapists of Ontario, wanted to begin developing e-learning modules as a more engaging way of communicating important information to our members. Colleges, like hospitals, have been very tentative about dealing with social media with their members because there's that separation between what is your professional life and what is your public life and your private life, and so. But we felt that it was a worthwhile endeavor to put this out, and what better way to do it really than in an electronic medium such as an e-learning module.
The purpose of the social media e-learning module, Pause Before You Post, was to provide information and an educational tool to members of our college as well as all of the other regulatory colleges that work together on this project to provide information about social media and the key principles that are involved with healthcare professionals using social media in today's healthcare environment. So we found that there was a great need. A lot of questions were coming in from members asking about appropriate usage of social media. So for example, Twitter, Facebook, those types of social media venues. And we decided that it would be a good idea to try to provide some of that information in an e-learning module that would be accessible to every member within the regulated health professions of the colleges that were joining together to do the project.
For CastlePo, what we would like to communicate along with this type of module is that we have all sorts of initiatives that we have begun to launch over the last year and into next year that are really capitalizing on the electronic medium, on the internet. And that's because we know our members are using it to their advantage. It's a fabulous medium to communicate. And so the social media module is part of that. It's part of that environment, but it's also a way for us to communicate.
The project launched in May of 2013, and so far, any response that we have gotten from members that have had a chance to view it has been extremely positive. They found it to be very helpful. I think it's an excellent product. I've reviewed it myself, and I believe it to be very helpful. Also, as a member that practices, I find it to be extremely helpful, easy to understand, and easy to use. It's a very good e-learning module for even those people that aren't computer savvy.
It was a busy year for all the committees at the college. For the Quality Assurance Committee, it had an active year in reviewing peer assessments. The total number of peer assessments completed for 2012 was 995. For registrants completing their continuing education unit cycle on October 31st, 2012, out of the 2,327 registrants required to submit, 87% were received by the deadline. The minimum required is 30 CEUs in a 3-year cycle. The Registration Committee held 5 meetings in 2012. Registration Services, under its director, processes and verifies that all applicants, both from within Canada and internationally educated applicants, meet the requirements for registration as set out in regulation. As of December 31st, 2012, the college had 11,200 members, 10,282 with a general certificate of registration, and 918 with an inactive certificate of registration.
So the agreement that was established between the College of Massage Therapists of Ontario and INCAM was based on a similar idea that it had before, in that the college is the funder of the fund, so they provide the funds that then are awarded through research grants. INCAM's role in this agreement is to be the administrator of the fund. INCAM is the Canadian Interdisciplinary Network for Complementary and Alternative Medicine Research. It is a national level network. It was co-founded and it is co-directed by Dr. Heather Boone at the University of Toronto and Dr. Marja Verhoef at the University of Calgary. INCAM's key mandate is to support high-quality research in the field of complementary and alternative medicine. So the Massage Therapy Research Fund is open to anybody in Canada. However, the specific eligibility criteria are that the fund needs to be held by a researcher who has a position at a university or a college that is able to conduct research and hold grants. So this means that obviously researchers in Canada are eligible to apply, but also research trainees such as master's students or PhD students that are working with a professor or a supervisor who has that position. It also means that massage therapists in private practice who are collaborating with the researcher can apply for this grant.
In 2012, the interjurisdictional competencies were created for massage therapy. In those, they outline basically what massage therapists need to know, including a little bit about acupuncture. But massage therapists may do acupuncture as continuing education, and therefore, because it's a controlled act, the college was very proactive and thought that maybe we should have clearer guidelines, because that was very helpful for massage therapists about massage therapeutic competencies for acupuncture as well.
The new competencies that have been set are going to allow for schools to be much more clear about their base minimal competency, but also allow them to go further on in their education and hopefully develop more ways of applying acupuncture in a safe and proper environment. The team itself has done a great job. I'm looking forward to this team moving forward and continuing on, working with the schools and creating a positive environment for everybody involved.
Moving forward to educate members of the profession, as well as the educational facilities that hold programs, we're going to have a session for the educators to learn how to use competencies and indicators in developing curriculum to give a really nice baseline of minimum requirements for the profession. Registrants already have some communication online at the CMTO website listing the indicators and the competencies. As well, we're going to come up with some new revisions of the standards of practice and some best practices for massage therapists and communications ongoing about those things.
As Council President, I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of the public members of Council and RMTs who contributed to the decision-making and strategy development of the College. Their dedication exemplifies the principles of self-regulation and the commitment of the CMTO to the spirit of the Regulated Health Professions Act to maintain public trust in the massage therapy profession. The projects initiated and completed in 2012 continue the desire of the Council to implement best practices, introduce innovation, and reference standards.
If you would like to learn more about the College of Massage Therapists of Ontario, please visit our website at www.cmto.com.